Beautiful message today to take in. Hi.
Hi.
The truth of what we are is not for words to speak of. The truth of what we are is not for words to speak of, nor describe. Yet we can realize our function here, and words can speak of this and teach it too if we exemplify the words in us. The truth of what we are is not for words to speak of nor describe, yet we can realize our function here, and words can speak of this and teach it too if we exemplify the words in us. Ours are the eyes through which Christ's vision sees a world redeemed from every thought of sin. We are the holy messengers of God who speak for Him, and carrying His word to everyone whom He has sent to us, we learn that it is written on our hearts. And thus our minds are changed about the aim for which we came and which we seek to serve. We bring glad tidings to the Son of God who thought He suffered. Now is He redeemed, and as He sees the gate of heaven stand open before Him, He will enter in and disappear into the heart of God. That's wonderful. Isn't that wonderful? What a function we have. And the practice is, my sinless brother is my guide to peace. My sinful brother is my guide to pain. And which I choose to see, I will behold. That choice should be easy. What do we want to see? Who is my brother but your holy Son? And if I see him sinful, I proclaim myself a sinner, not the Son of God, alone and friendless in a fearful world. Yet this perception is a choice I make and can relinquish. I can also see my brother sinless as your holy Son. And with this choice, I see my sinlessness, my everlasting comforter and friend beside me, and my way secure and clear. Choose then for me, my Father, through your voice, for He alone gives judgment in your name. Choose then for me, my Father, through your voice, for He alone gives judgment in your name. That's beautiful. That's the prayer we need. Choose then for me, my Father. Because it can be hard to figure out how to see the world sinless, or how to see everyone as sinless. So to pray to God, choose for me, my Father. That's surrender. That's easy. That's easier than choose to see sinfulness and anger. It's easier to surrender. Ask our Father to see through us, to choose for us.
You're looking at me, so I think I better speak. Relentlessly, yes. Yeah, it's extremely humbling readings. as I arrived, I could feel this anger in my stomach, and it was related to Solvay's sister,
Oh.
and I think related to my family, really.
Mm.
But yeah, what in my mind is her difficult behavior. But I was sort of just allowing it, and it's like it felt only like a few days ago I was surfacing deep layers of unworthiness, and suddenly I'm on this journey or pilgrimage, really, to see in myself the light, see the truth, and I'm being challenged here, really. I can sort of see myself sitting at the dinner table with the whole family. You kind of sit as opposite your sister and, you know, picking up vibes and sort of wanting to be loving, and another part is sort of fuming, which is what I think she's doing. And yeah, and I suddenly was remembering as a child how, well, really almost pious I wanted to be. And that actually feels a little bit too rigid. And I had a picture above my bed of a knight on a horse. And I don't think that's quite the right image, but nevertheless it was still like a messenger for God in one way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it feels very quick suddenly, all this. You know, and sort of sitting here with these two parts, and I do feel that coming, that it's a little bit more space now to see myself as a messenger for God, or the light, or the Son of God.
Yeah.
And I can feel the yearning for that. And there's the temptation to sink back into injustice and...
Well, it's important to go where you're invited and to share and spread these glad tidings where they are wanted. So if someone is judgmental and not inviting towards you, then don't go towards them. They're not ready, it's not needed. So it's to give over, you know, that, because the anger, I think, comes from fear that you should engage where you're not wanted, and that doesn't work. So even, I think it's important for everyone during Christmas, everyone who has a family, who you know, traditionally should go there. That's not helpful. It's go towards your true family, where the invitation is very open.
Yeah, that really... It feels true, and it feels like challenges those sort of loyalty cords that I have with my family, or as your husband, you know, as your partner, as your companion, to support you. But yeah, it's a good message.
It's for both of you.
Yeah.
You should be hand in hand and go where the true family is, you know, and where the invitation for you is. It's like, yeah. That's why Jesus said to his apostles, if you're not welcome in a town, brush the sand off your sandals and move on. Because if you think you should go into something where there's not, the mind will get confused. It will feel weird. I think you have your daughter in your mind, you know, for the visit to Denmark, and beautiful. And your son and mighty companions. You could say no to tradition and shoulds. Just that's how you can be the messenger of God, or knight for God. It's peaceful. It's not to force anything. It will be a grand example to say no to what feels like a no. And you teach your own mind to stay clear.
I got in contact with huge disappointment this morning. I suddenly realized how disappointed I am. That they've been talking so much about me leaving them, and now they don't want me, they don't want me to stay, they don't want... I cannot sleep there, I cannot stay there.
Okay. That's clear. That's not an invitation.
I suddenly had this huge disappointment. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Well, it's just also to look past that. Don't let it get to you.
It's mostly from my sister. It's not that huge for the rest of the family.
Yeah. Maybe you meet the rest of the family, but not her.
I still have a strong feeling of going there for Christmas evening. But I do know that I'm not gonna go her way, I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah.
If she wants to go into all of this, just gonna say no. My parents borrowed us their car for a couple of days.
Mm. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It seems like they're saying, okay, here you are,
Yeah.
you can go.
Well, this is how you teach your own mind clarity.
Yeah.
To stay clear yourselves. Look past whatever isn't welcoming and...
When I talked with my sister yesterday, I was like, I don't want to stay with her, I don't want to stay in her house.
No.
I'm not welcome.
No.
I don't want to. But it feels, a lot of stuff have come up around her. That I talked with her yesterday. And the mute and paralyzed, and it's so much connected with her.
Mm.
I experienced it this morning. The panic and stuff, just having a morning hug with Peter, and suddenly I felt like I couldn't breathe, and it was this, my face was towards the pillow, and there was the duvet and everything. I couldn't breathe and I couldn't move, and there was so much panic. And I was able to say it, and I suddenly remembered as a child growing up. One of my sister's favorite things was to, if I got angry or something, she just told me and I couldn't do anything. And everyone just laughed at it, but it was really panic. same feeling I have when I wake up in the middle of the night, feeling like, this stuck feeling, this can't move, and start all the scratching, and it's just like really fighting to get out.
Feels like a lot of healing is happening.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I could see with Peter's anger coming up towards my sister and family and stuff, I could see how much I go into this wanting to defend or explain, and I could see that so clearly last night. And I think I said, I think we need to stop this, try and understand her. It's, wow.
Yeah.
Or explain, or, it's not helpful.
Be passers-by.
Yeah.
That's a good message.
Yeah. Wow.
It's really helpful what you shared, because yesterday I did say I don't think perhaps we should go to the family celebration. Well, we can go other times to see her parents, when it's quieter, because they're quite old and he's deaf and all that sort of stuff. Doesn't speak much English. So, and then you said, well, maybe I don't come. You said that you thought you were going to go, but it was interesting that having that thought. And I grew up in a family with very strong tradition around Christmas. Taken me a lifetime to start to really get free of it. So yeah, such a powerful family chords at Christmas and that. So yeah, it's really interesting. We haven't even. Still several days before we fly, and we're already as if we're there.
That's good. You're going to be prepared.
Yeah.
Processing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like really a process.
Yeah.
That we're going through together somehow.
Yeah. I think it's bringing us together too, even more.
Yeah, you're not restricted.
Wow, that's a thought.
To be a shining knight of God, you just allow that, shining your peace, and that is a demonstration. And if you need to speak up, you do. Good. How is everyone else doing?
I just love the lesson for today, because it was the prayer of my heart going to bed last night. I'm feeling a little bit pulled and pushed and inside of myself. And that's it. It's just so clear. It's like I don't want to see anything than my sinless brother.
It's beautiful.
And that's just the core of it. If I can stay in that place, then nothing else. My sense of false responsibility, false empathy, false everything really can just get washed in that.
Yeah.
And this sense of not knowing, because there's a pull to the future as well, going back to work and having a traditional Christmas actually, but not with my own family, with the family of the person that I work with.
Okay.
And I'm actually very welcome there, and they really, really want me to be there and stay with them. But there is a sense of like, can I stay true to myself
Mm.
in that? And
A movie comes to mind. See it really as a movie. You're gonna be in a movie.
that's how it feels sometimes, actually. Yeah, even here. Yeah. And there's kind of like a sickly feeling, like inside of me, where it's like, yeah, it's okay to be okay. And that feels difficult, believe it or not. It just makes no sense, but it's okay. Not to, not to chase something that isn't real somehow. I can't quite find the words, but that's the gist of, yeah. And today's lesson, I was like, I didn't get a chance to, I've usually had the lesson on through the night or something, if I didn't get a chance to look at it or anything, it's like, oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, so powerful reminder.
Yeah.
First the text, what am I? And then the lesson.
Yeah. What am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved when Peter was sharing, I can see that I'm, I can't remember the words used, but like the teacher of God and, standing in his own strength in that, and it's like, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Feels good, and to be passers-by, to let it pass by, let the world pass by with all its little things, intricacies.
Yeah. Because every time I have this image of me just poking head in and getting sucked in. Just have a little look.
Yeah.
Turn the rabbit up.
Try to not get sucked in, and then keep the prayer of where would you have me be? What is my highest good? What is most helpful for my awakening?
Yeah, like I have this real false sense of responsibility, and it really does nail me to the cross. So that's, to release that.
Yeah, and that comes from your own guilt. So it's to release the guilt.
Yeah. I don't even understand that guilt. So core to everything.
Unworthiness.
Yeah.
So what am I? That reading is very powerful. I'm the Holy Son of God Himself. To invite that experience. Invite the Christ to come through, to rest in.
That's a lot easier, as you've been saying.
Yeah. No responsibility, really. We have no responsibility towards anything but ourselves to accept that, to allow that. Yeah, and we need to seek the reflections of that, to where you feel that, where that can be solidified as an experience more and more. To be with those that reflect that. but yeah, everything. Everywhere you go, you can practice to allow that experience to be extended.
I'll just share a little miracle, little, big, whatever. But you know that the relationship with my son, it just feels like it's kind of flowering, but it's not like it's me that plays mother sometimes, not him that plays son. He just doesn't do that role. But I was just saying to Christy yesterday, she had a Kindle out and I was looking at it, and I'd already shared this with my son, but I think I'd really, really want to get myself a Kindle,
Mm-hmm.
I really miss having my book with me. It's such my comforter, and that's okay. I just got a message yesterday from my son saying, "Can Emma and I buy you a Kindle for Christmas?" Yeah.
How perfect.
Yeah.
He's tuned in.
Yes.
That's sweet. And it's your mind. It's so powerful. You ask and you shall receive.
But that's how it felt.
Yeah.
Like a symbol. Don't be concerned about the world or things or people, but how your family should look, because it just doesn't. Okay.
Sweet. Thank you.
I'm not in a very good place.
Oh,
Not in a good place.
not in a good place.
No.
Why is that?
Just want to go home. Just want to forget this whole thing. I
You're
have so
going.
much fear coming up
Mm.
around this trip, and it's too much for me. It's too much. The whole thing's just too much. Community and everything, money, and living with people.
See how gentle it is, though, because in just a couple of days you will have space to yourself. 'Cause they will go away, and it's leaving, and may even move here today. So, it's gentle because you have had a very beautiful time in community and the retreat, and
Yeah,
And
it's
then-
been. No, it's.
yeah. But spirit orchestrates all things for what you need. So you will have some space to yourself too, very soon. Maybe we talk more while we do the email later. You still want me to join you? We can talk
You can talk.
about anything.
I'd like to have a cup of coffee, just a cup of tea with you or something, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you bring your passport?
Yeah,
Good.
I need that for a cup of tea. Sometimes how you make me feel.
Yeah, I'll stamp your passport. Approved.
Pass through the pearly gates.
Shadow. So you have taken very big steps. I think you are beginning, you know. Yeah.
I guess I've got used to just heaviness, you know, it's where I'm comfortable. Lightness.
We give over heaviness then.
Mm?
We need to give over heaviness.
Maybe I like it.
Bad habit.
Yeah. I do it very well.
Very good.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Keep going.
Mm?
Yeah, we'll keep going. So I'm going to join with you, and then join with you this morning. So, Matthew or Christy, have anything to share? Otherwise, maybe we'll start the day.
I feel like I do, but I just don't feel clear. Like I don't know exactly what. Yeah. Like there was something I was in the share, and then after everyone spoke, it's like something else is coming in. Yeah, maybe actually I just feel to ask if I can have a one-on-one with you. Yeah, about some stuff that came up yesterday that I shared with the group, like just more clarity or...
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling something. I don't know what it is exactly. I feel kind of like I want a different day today or something. No,
Not a Friday.
Hmm?
Not a Friday.
I don't know whether I'm feeling a quiet day or do I just want to go into town, have a coffee or something. I'm not sure. There's just things going on here.
Mm.
Is there any emotion here about something? I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, if others want to do that too, maybe you and Anne and Sol and Peter go have a coffee this morning.
That feels nice.
I've had coffee on my mind all morning.
Okay, that's a promise.